We will tear your souls apart.
In today's video, I'll be talking about Aliens from 1986, this time directed by James Cameron, not Ridley Scott. I always wonder, why did Ridley Scott not come back to direct this movie? After James Cameron's success with Terminator, he was going to direct the sequel, Alien. What makes this movie so good, James Cameron made Aliens his own. He didn't try out to copy what Ridley Scott accomplished in the first Alien movie. Not only is this a horror movie and sci-fi movie, it's also an action movie. 3 subgenres combined into one. The last movie was Alien because there was only one alien. This movie title makes sense, Alien, because there's more than one alien, an army of aliens. This movie came out 7 years later to the first Alien movie, back when they took their time with sequels compared to today's modern movies of sequels coming out every 2 to 3 years very fast. Originally, Fox was not interested in making a sequel to Alien due to lawsuits, lack of enthusiasms, and budget concerns. In the last movie, the alien xenomorph practical effects were designed by H.R. Geiger. Instead, this time, the effects were done by Stan Winston, who was another special effects legend. When rewatching this movie, knowing that this movie is directed by James Cameron, the set design and spaceships, almost identical to the first Terminator movie, Judgment Day, feature war scenes. Just like Terminator, another great movie with awesome action scenes that I love. My favorite action scenes are when the soldiers shoot the aliens in the cocoon and escape, and when Ripley fights the alien queen, which I'll talk about later in this video. Ellen Ripley is like Sarah Connor. She's more badass and wise than the last movie because she knows what to expect and knows that she's up against dangerous alien vicious monsters. Sigourney Weaver is fantastic in this movie. I love her character a lot. One of my favorite horror characters in horror movies in general. After being found by the company, she finds out that she was asleep for 57 years. After hearing this, she goes into shock, and we see she has a xenomorph alien side of her, but only to find out it was only a dream. Thank goodness. In the director's cut, we find out Ellen Ripley had a daughter named Amy, but after being gone for so long, as it turns out, her daughter died. This obviously makes Ripley sad and depressed. We as the audience sympathize with her for losing her daughter. She never got to see her daughter again, and her daughter never found out what happened to her. It's also sad that Ripley did not get to see her daughter grow up. Unlike Alien director's cut, I like this another where I think the director's cut is okay, and maybe a tad better than the theatrical cut, but I'll admit, I haven't seen the theatrical cut to Aliens in a long time. Despite Ripley confessing to the board of directors what happened in the last movie, at the hearing no one believes her. Anytime I watch this scene, I cringe and get mad frustrated for Ripley for how these board of directors corporate big asshole jerks, they're looking down upon Ripley and they don't understand what she's been through. No one believes her about the xenomorph alien. Her license gets suspended, she's on probation for psychiatric reasons. She works in the cargo docks. Ripley has dreams about her past trauma experience. Ripley finds out the planet she found the alien on, there are people living on that planet permanently. She worries about what if they will come in contact with the xenomorph aliens. Despite being suspended, she has to come on board for the mission as an advisor because they haven't had any contact with the people on the planet LB-426. Originally, she refused being afraid, eventually decided to go under one condition, that they will destroy the aliens and not save one to bring them back. Like anything, the crew and soldiers don't believe her until they are in action shooting the aliens. After when Ripley decides to go on a mission, after her phone call with Burke, I thought it was funny when she looks at the cat Jonesy saying, "And you little shit, you're not coming this time, you're staying here." Ripley and the team find this little girl is in shock who suffers from PTSD because she saw her family get killed by the xenomorph aliens right in front of her eyes. A lot of people compare this to the 1954 sci-fi classic Them. People also debate on whether or not this is a remake to Them, and honestly, it's not. Basically, James Cameron took the same idea and made this movie his own version of Them. The bond that Ripley has with Newt is like a mother and daughter bond. Not to jump ahead, towards the end of the movie, after when it's all over, Newt calls her mommy. Newt doesn't believe that the soldiers will make it different than stopping the aliens, knowing how very lethal, dangerous they are, very strong and powerful than the army. This is the only movie actress Carrie Henn did. She became a teacher when she grew up. I imagine she had to do Comic-Con appearances every every now and then. She does a good job in this movie, definitely one of the best child actresses performances in a movie, despite it can be a hit or miss with child actors sometimes. The bond between the soldier characters is very believable, like they've known each other for a long time. They have very good chemistry. During the making of this movie, James Cameron requested the actors spend time together and get to know each other, and it worked very well right here. It worked out so very well, you believe these soldiers have known each other for a very long time. Michael Biehn plays Hicks. After the death of the sergeant, he's Corporal Second in Command in charge. Even though he's in charge, he tells everyone to listen to and he believes Ripley. When Ripley decides to go back and save Newt, knowing that she was alive, he tells her his real name is Dwayne and tells her to hurry up, not to be gone too long. He's the only soldier to survive the mission. Just like Kyle Reese, Michael Biehn's character Hicks is another iconic character in the Alien series, right up there with Ripley. There's a little romance in between Ripley and Hicks. Hicks gives Ripley a locator for precaution. He jokes with Ripley. It doesn't mean we're engaged. As a kid watching this, I thought there was going to be a kissing scene between these two. Hicks shows Ripley how to use the guns and agrees if anything happened to them, if they get captured or impregnated by the aliens, they will both kill each other. Hicks was friendly with Rico Frost, who dies during the mission. He accidentally gets on fire. One of the aliens grabs a soldier. She accidentally fires her flamethrower on him. Believe it or not, before Michael Biehn was cast as Hicks, originally James Remar was originally going to play Corporal Hicks. You can go online and see some photos of him as Hicks. I'm not sure there's any film footage of James Remar's version of Hicks. What happened was, James Remar was fired during the making of this movie because of his drug addiction problem at the time. Having worked with James Cameron as Kyle Reese on Terminator, James Cameron recast hiring Michael Biehn. In a very similar way how they recast Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, casting Michael J. Fox. Michael Biehn is one of those actors who's underrated, deserves more credit for how good of an actor he can be. Vasquez played by Jeanette Goldstein. As James Rolfe said, she looked like a female Rambo Vasquez. She reminds me a little bit of Michelle Rodriguez. If this movie was made today, I could see Michelle Rodriguez playing Vasquez. They make fun of her. She's never been mistaken for a man. Laura Hudson insults her, calling her an illegal alien because of her ethnicity. She didn't care what they were up against. All she just wanted to know was where they are and kill the aliens. She was friends with Drake, who died on the mission. She tried her best to save him, but sadly she was too late to save him. This actress was also in Terminator 2 Judgment Day as John Connor's bitchy step-parent. She was also in the vampire horror movie Near Dark and Titanic as one of the passengers who did not survive the sinking of the Titanic. Hudson, played by Bill Paxton, is a goofball and cocky, sometimes a little bit of a coward and a pussy sometimes, but he does shine for the occasion, being heroic, saving Newt's life when Newt and Ripley get trapped in a room with an alien. It's funny and dangerous when they do some knife trick on him, where Bishop never misses. Funny, quirky sometimes. He can be a bit of a dick sometimes and an insult, a bully on Vasquez on her gender. After their ride crash lands when the pilot is killed by an alien, Hudson says, "That's it, man! Game over, man! Game over!" When they take an estimate of how long to wait for a rescue team, that 17 days could be that long. He yells, curses, worries. Ripley tells Hudson how Newt survived 2 weeks on her own with no training. Then Newt salutes Hudson. R.I.P. to Bill Paxton. He is missed every day. He was a really good actor. The character Lieutenant Gorman is an asshole, doesn't make the right decisions. He had no idea what he was doing. It was a crappy move when he told the soldiers not to use guns or grenades. And yeah, I mean, that's something to do with the fact they're under some kind of thermonuclear piece of equipment that could have potentially caused a nuclear explosion, and yet they were allowed to use flamethrowers. I don't know. I don't know. When the soldiers are under the cocoon, seeing the video footage in a way feels like a pretty found footage movie like Blair Witch Project. He doesn't tell the soldiers to pull out once the aliens are in presence. After getting knocked out, later he apologizes to Ripley. She forgives him. Despite being high in command, in charge, he accepts the fact that he's not in charge at a certain point in the mission. At least he tried to redeem himself, trying to save Vasquez's life, but they both died with honor and dignity. "You always were an asshole, Gorman." That's an honest dying short eulogy right there. The counterpart, played by Paul Reiser, is an asshole liar jerk who only wanted to kidnap one of the xenomorph aliens for the company to study it. He's a traitor. He tried to trap and lock Ripley and Newt in a room so he can impregnate them with the xenomorph alien face hugger. As a kid watching this scene, it scared me for Ripley and Newt not knowing they were going to survive this or not. Especially how Burt turned off the camera. Thanks to the alarm system, it got Hicks and the others' attention. It was a nerve-wracking, tense, and frightening scene when they arrived to save her. I'm like, Please, don't let the face huggers get on their faces. Hudson saves Newt and kills one of the face huggers. Luckily for Ripley, barely got on her face. Almost choked her. Once helped her ride, they killed it, thank God. He gets what he deserves when he gets killed by a xenomorph alien. It's not a loss right here. Burke makes Bishop more human, trustworthy compared to Burke. Apparently, I just found this out as I'm editing this video. Apparently, there's a deleted scene when Ripley goes back to save Newt's life. She runs into Burke in the cocoon. Burke asks Ripley for help, but of course, we all know what she does. She doesn't save Burke's life, and apparently, Burke had an alien inside of him. It's too late. But again, Burke's character is an asshole, a piece of shit, and he does not deserve to be saved. As a kid watching this movie, my first thought was this was the guy who was on the 90s sitcom with Helen Hunt, Mad About You. My mom used to watch that show. I'm not sure if anyone remembers that show. I remember watching bits and pieces of it as a kid, but I don't remember an episode. He's had a good career, Paul Reiser. He was in Whiplash, and he was on Stranger Things in recent years. Just like the last movie being suspenseful and rooting for Ripley to get out of the ship before it explodes, this time get off the planet before it blows up, and this time was way more intense. Newt went missing. Deep down, Ripley knew that she was still alive. She goes back to save her. She must find and save Newt as fast as possible before the explosion. The countdown begins. Like in Ash and Evil Dead 2, Ripley gears up. When Ripley finds Newt, she goes full badass, shoots and fires the xenomorph alien, stopping the Queen from reproducing more eggs. When Ripley saves Newt, they go up in the elevator. At first, she thought Bishop took off thinking that was it for them, but he was still around and had to fly because the platform was not stable. After the beef Ripley had with Bishop early in the movie, she finally trusted him. Just like the last movie, just when they thought the characters were saved, the alien Queen escaped and found a way to get on the ship. The Queen alien stabs and breaks Bishop in half. Ripley gets his mechanical transformer robotic thing that she used early in the movie to fight the xenomorph alien. She has one of the best iconic lines in the series. "Get away from her, you bitch!" Really drags the Queen into some kind of exosuit cargo loader, getting rid of the Queen for good. When I showed this movie to my dad last year, he pointed out in real life, when the Queen alien was holding onto Ripley's leg, trying to drag her into space, and she was holding on some tight with some ladder arms with her arms, would have been easily torn apart. As usual, it's called fantasy. After getting rid of the Queen alien for good, Ripley, Newt, Hicks, and Bishop hyper sleep and return home. The end. It's a hard choice which one I like more between Alien and Aliens. Both movies have their purpose and legacies that are legendary in their own ways. It's an example for me of going back and forth between which one I like more, the other. This movie is awesome, badass, action-packed, high testosterone, one of the best horror sci-fi action movies ever made. Besides being one of the best horror sci-fi sequels, it's one of the best sequels in film history, period. Right up there with Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2 Judgment Day, The Dark Knight, and The Godfather 2. It's very suspenseful, keeps you on your toes. This is a very suspenseful, keeps you on your toes. Also a movie that shows how they were not safe no matter how much ammunition they had against the aliens. They could not outsmart the xenomorph aliens, finding a way to sneak around their hiding place. They blended thinking that you were looking at a wall, but little did the soldiers know that the walls were aliens. Just like the first Alien movie, they detect aliens are coming their way, and they could not see them somehow. This is a movie I always enjoy watching for fun every now and then. This movie never gets old for me. Still entertains me no matter how many times I rewatch this movie over and over again. Great story, great dialogue, memorable characters. You're invested from this movie from start to finish. Stay tuned tomorrow for Alien 3.